What's up, everybody? In this video, we're going to talk about a very important piece of Instagram, a very important part of monetization in growing your Instagram. It is vital. I don't care what anybody says, and 80% of the people are utilizing it incorrectly. They're not doing it right, and that's why it's not working for them. And there's a lot of people that say it doesn't work anymore, but that's engagement groups or community groups. Okay, I'm going to change the term. We're no longer going to call them engagement groups, because engagement groups are these giant groups that people are getting in on Telegram and on Discord, in these third-party groups, you know, like even Facebook, and it's a ton of random accounts who are randomly engaging with each other. And look, Instagram is smart. Like, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but every penny that Instagram and Facebook make is through advertising, which is a massive amount of data collection they have on people, and through their audience networks and apps to show relevant posts to people. And the longer people are on their platform, the more money they make, because the more ads they're shown, which means somebody's paying, or a business is paying for those ads to be shown to those people. So the longer it can keep people on Instagram, the more money they're gonna make, more money Instagram's gonna make. And if anybody ever thought that Instagram is against engagement groups, no, they're not. They're against faulty engagement groups. Engagement groups held on third-party apps, and engagement groups that aren't real or authentic. And I'll explain that here in a moment, because there's a difference between just an engagement group and a community group, okay? An engagement group, if you have 300 people, or let's just say 50 to make it simple, you have 50 people in an engagement group, and only like 2 or 3 of the people that are engaging with your content are following you, Instagram knows that if you did not rank in the search page, or you're on the hashtags, that like, hey, how did this account come across you? How are all these accounts seeing your content? Like, you know, the algorithm, it's hard to say. Nobody knows for sure about the algorithm, but I can't imagine there being like blanks in the algorithm where it just is like, oh, how'd that happen? Like, it's almost like a red flag, like, hey, something's going on here. How are all of these people seeing this account's posts when we're not showing it to them, or those people, hey, but it's different if you treat it like a community group, which is what I want to push you guys to do, because it's vital for monetization down the road, no matter what you're doing. And how you do it is keep it on Instagram, first and foremost. If Instagram was not for having these groups on Instagram, then they wouldn't allow you to create them. They let you create giant groups, and at one point they limited it, and then they took the limit off of how many people you could have one group, and then they limited it. And I remember last year, like, we could only have 30 people in a group, and then all of a sudden now we can have like 50 and 60 in a group, and people were saying they were limiting it to help curb engagement groups. I don't know exactly why they were limiting it at points, and at some points and not at other points. I don't know what caused that, if it was an error. I really don't know what's going on there. Nobody actually officially knows unless they work for Instagram, which I doubt is any of you watching these videos. So anyways, if you utilize it properly, like, Instagram is okay with it. They want you to do that. That's what Facebook does. Facebook has Facebook groups where like-minded people come together to share information and be friends. Well, Instagram's version of groups is their DM groups, and that's why they allow you to do that. So if you create a DM group around your niche, it's perfectly fine. They're okay with that. They don't care. And if you're in that group and say, hey guys, I got a new post, check it out, Instagram doesn't care. They are not honing down that far in to stop the engagement because of what you say, because you say new, or that you have a new post. No, what they're watching is if those accounts are following you or not, or if you have a relationship. It's a relationship and relevancy based platform. Every social media is the same way, and that's another reason I talk about the follow for follow in the beginning. I talk about that in the other video. I'll put it up here. The follow for follow in the beginning, because you have to start building those core relationships, and no matter what you're doing in life, on what platform you're on, 99% of the time it's a follow for follow method, unless you're creating viral content. You have to grow through your follow for follow in the beginning, unless you're creating viral content. and there's not many people that can pull off viral content. I will put a video on here about viral hacking at another point, but that's for another discussion another time. Anyways, build up your community group. So how do you do that? And now that I've explained to you that, hey, this is safe. Hey, people can do this. But again, you have to be following each other, and you have to actually engage and build a relationship. Again, all of Instagram's algorithm stuff going on is based on relevancy and relationship. They are going to show accounts that you have a relationship with, that you're continually engaging and reciprocating engagement back to, and accounts that are relevant to whatever you're talking about or your niche. And that's where, you know, they're starting to categorize hashtags, since they got the fitness and all that stuff on the hashtag pages. So they're starting to filter accounts into, you know, niches or categories, because again, the more relevant they can make the platform, the more money they'll make, the more they can keep people on their platform, which again is why they have DM groups on their platform. It's why you're allowed to have a DM group. I'm just saying this because there's a lot of people out there who talk bad about engagement groups, and I see what they're saying if they're not ran right. But a lot of people don't realize engagement groups are one of your most powerful tools, because not only do they help you maximize, I have to sound it out as I spell. I'm a bad speller. Early engagement. Not only do they help you maximize early engagement, but this is how you create core followers. This is how you create your fans. These are the people who are going to support your business. These are the people who are going to be buying your products, because you took it one step further than to just simply engage with their content, but you got them in a private message group, a DM group, and now you guys are building relationships. You're like, hey, I hope everybody has a great weekend. You know, what'd you guys do this weekend? Hey, yeah, we had fun. We went on vacation. Oh, that's cool. I'd like to do that. I'd like to go there sometime. And we're in the parenting niche, me and my wife, so we do this with parenting groups, and we're making friends, and we've made a lot of friends in the past months, with a lot of other parent influencers, like-minded individuals who are trying to accomplish the same things we're trying to accomplish. That also helps, it goes towards what Pablo Picasso calls the rising tide. When you put a bunch of like-minded people together, individuals together, you kind of rise up as a tide. Like, all of you will be growing your accounts together, sharing information, sharing tips, sharing collaborations. You'll be like, hey, yeah, I collaborated with them. You guys should go send them a message. They might collaborate with you. Hey, we did this. Hey, come check this out. You're building a community, and that is powerful. That is powerful. Okay? And I highly advise that if you're watching this and you're part of these community groups, you're part of these support groups, you need to take it to the next level and go make your own. Make your own. Be the leader. Because that puts you in more of a power of position, or a position of power and of building influence, because you're kind of looked up to a little bit more. I'm not saying that as in like I think a bunch of people look up to me, but I'm saying like there is a bit of a difference there, whether you started it or not, and it depends what the group is around. So say you're heavily in the fitness, you'd be like, hey, I want to get all these. Say you're a parent, you're a mom, and you're heavily in the fitness. I see a lot of accounts out there that way. So you start a fitness mom group. Be like, hey, I just wanted to gather other fitness moms together so we can talk and we can chat and we can share information. We can help each other out. We can support each other's pages. And 90% of them like, oh yeah, that's so cool, I want to be part of that. Like, there is power in community, okay? In every single religion, out there, they talk about this. They talk about the power of community, okay? God talks about the power of community. Jesus talks about the power of community, the power of people, how people work together to get things done, to accomplish things. And that's why Pablo Picasso talks about the rising tide. When people come together, like-minded people, it's a powerful area. And this can be powerful for you because you can monetize. Like I said, some of these people are going to be your biggest fans. They're going to be your core followers. They're going to be the people buying your products. They're going to be the people that are going to be supporting you more so than your just average random followers, okay? This helps. Now, you can have core followers and fans and monetize, followers that are not in your community groups. But your community groups is like, it's like, okay, so this is Instagram. say this is your funnel. No matter what kind of business you're in, you need a funnel. If you don't know about that, you need to know about that. You need to learn about that, a sales funnel, no matter what business you're in or doing, especially digitally. And say you got your Instagram, and up here's all your core followers and your regulars and the people who engage with your content. Well, down here, this is your community group. They're already one step closer because they trust you, they know you, they see you, they have communication with you, daily communication with you. Maybe you're sharing video clips with each other, like, hey guys, I just want to tell you all, I hope you have a good weekend, happy 4th of July, or whatever. And then people will see that, like, oh cool, you know, that person's so cool, I like them, I like hearing their messages. It's just, it creates that vibe, that friendliness, that engage, and that's what social media is all about. But on Instagram, it's not as easy to do that as on Facebook and on Twitter, with being able to share and retweet and post like openly. Like I look at Facebook and Twitter and some other social medias, and I feel like it's this wide open spectrum. Not so much Twitter, I guess Facebook is really what I'm comparing it to. It's just like wide open spectrum that you can do. But like I feel like Instagram is like tunnel vision. Like you're here and like this is all you see. But having these DM groups and these engagement groups, you know what? I'm going to stop calling them engagement groups. I don't like that term because that's what a lot of people don't like to see. And that's what Instagram, they don't like to see just a random engagement group. Not even going to go to it again. I already explained it to you guys. Engagement groups are faulty. Community groups are where it's at. Support groups are where it's at. Whatever you want to call it, whatever you're doing, I highly advise you start your own and you message some of the people that are frequently engaging on your content. And you're like, hey, I got the support group for blah, 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 blah. Would you like to join? We just chat. We share information. We help. You know, I already said this again. But I want to get into the next part of this video. And I kind of already highlighted it on a little bit. But I'm gonna keep preaching it in every single video I make. And that's how value builds influence. I didn't outright say it, but you know, in this video, yeah, I don't think I did. I might have. I've been rambling on for quite some time now. But value builds influence. This is very important. This is key. This is essential. You have to understand this. Whether you're, you know, in your creating your content process, in reaching out and engaging with people, in your community groups, understand that the more value you can provide, the more influence you are going to have over those people. Okay, the more value you can provide, the more influence you are going to have over those people. Value builds influence, and you have to understand that. And again, every single tip video I make here on YouTube or wherever I'm doing these videos, I'll put some on Facebook, and I kind of make videos all over the place now, Instagram. But I'm gonna keep saying this. Value builds influence. Find a way to provide value. You don't have to be an expert at something to provide value. Use your personal experience, your personal development and growth that you went through as a person, and you have knowledge about. Like again, I went through a lot of issues and struggles with anxiety and depression and phobias, and I isolated myself in my teen years. And like, you know, the first time I ever went on a date with a girl, I was like 19. I was with my wife, actually. She did a lot for me. She helped me get back into the real world. Like, there's a time where I didn't go out to a movie or out to dinner or out to public or to the mall in like 7 or 8 years. Like, it was pretty bad. And I can use that as leverage when trying to build influence. That is something I can use to relate to people and to help give people advice because of how far I've come and where I'm at now and how I overcame that. And I can share my trials and experiences with people to help people. And that's providing massive value. Now, I'm not no expert, but that's what I want to get across to you guys. You don't have to be an expert at something to provide value. You can use your own trials and experiences, personal development, personal growth, whatever you want to call it, to provide value to people. And really think about that. Like, if you're a parent, if you're watching this, and I keep going back to the parenting thing because we're in the parenting niche, and a lot of my followers and a lot of my viewers are parents. Use your trials and your experiences as a parent. Relatability. Provide value. Value builds influence. You could provide value in humor. You could be providing value just by making somebody smile, by writing a lighthearted caption that brings a smile to somebody's face. That's providing value. Just find ways to provide value in everything you do, reaching out, engaging with people, leaving comments, you know, whether you're leaving a compliment or a tip or some advice, excuse me, however you're doing it, find a way to provide value. And I hope this video has helped some of you guys. I hope you realize the importance of community groups, the importance of support groups. They are vital to your business. And this is a business. If you're doing this for influencer marketing, you need to be treating this like a business, because it can become an amazing income stream if you do treat it like a business. Don't dabble. Don't step in with one foot, okay? Go all in. I believe in you guys. I know you can be successful. You just got to keep putting in your work. Keep going at it, okay? Don't give up. Too often I see accounts or influencers that we were growing steadily with, and then they die off, they fall, and they stop getting on Instagram. And I'm like, no, like, if you would have just kept going, you could have turned this into an income stream. You could eventually get financial freedom. Like, this is an amazing opportunity, building a core following. I mean, like, paid influencing is just the beginning. I don't know what you guys are doing coming into this, whether you have a following or a product, or you're part of a business, network marketing, MLM. I don't know what you're doing, but like, there's like, having a following and building influence over a core following opens so many doors. It's absolutely amazing at what you can do. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will be looking forward to seeing you in the next one.